You know what nobody really talks about when it comes to understanding women and attraction? The fact that most of us men have been walking around half blind our entire lives. We have been missing signals that were right there in front of us the whole time. And I am not talking about the obvious stuff. I am talking about the quiet moments when a woman is standing 3 feet away from you, feeling something real and powerful, and hoping with everything she has that you will pick up on it. But here is the thing that makes it so hard. She is not going to make it easy for you, not because she is playing games, but because there is something deeper going on. Something that has to do with how women are wired emotionally and socially. For her, showing interest too directly feels vulnerable in a way that most men do not fully understand. It feels like standing on the edge of a cliff without knowing if there is water below or rocks. So instead of telling you straight out, she does something much more subtle. She lets her face do the talking while the rest of her plays it cool. And the incredible part is that her face cannot lie even when she wants it to. The human face is connected to parts of the brain that respond to attraction before conscious thought even gets involved. That means when she feels something for you, her face is going to start sending signals, whether she has decided to or not. Once you learn to read those signals, the whole game changes. You stop guessing. You stop wondering if you are bothering her or if she wishes you would just go away. You start to see the truth written all over her face in ways she does not even realize she is showing you. And that kind of clarity is worth more than all the dating advice in the world. So let me walk you through exactly what to look for, because some of these things are so small, you might have been missing them your whole life without even knowing it. Let us start with something that happens with her eyes, but it is not what you think. A lot of guys have been told to watch for eye contact, and that is true to a point. But what really matters is not just that she is looking at you, it is how she is looking at you. There is a very specific thing that happens in a woman's eyes when she feels genuine attraction and safety around a man. Her gaze becomes softer. It is like the difference between looking at a stranger on the subway and looking at someone you love when they come home after a long day. One look is sharp and protective. The other is open and warm. When a woman feels attracted to you, really attracted, not just being polite, her entire nervous system starts to relax. She stops scanning the environment. She stops worrying about how she looks or what other people think. Her brain moves out of that constant state of low-level stress that most of us carry around all day and into something much calmer. And you can see that shift happen right there in her eyes. They get warmer. The muscles around her eyes relax. She is not squinting or looking tense. She is just looking at you like you are the only person in the room. Now, here is why that matters so much. Women spend a lot of their time in public feeling like they have to be on guard. They are managing how they come across. They are aware of who is watching them. They are thinking 10 steps ahead about safety and social dynamics. It is exhausting, and it never really stops. But when she is with a man she feels something real for, all of that drops away. Her body tells her it is okay to let her guard down. And when that happens, you will see it in her eyes first. It is one of the most honest reactions a human being can have. You cannot fake it. You cannot practice it in a mirror. It either happens or it does not. So if you are sitting across from a woman and her eyes have that soft, warm quality, like she is really seeing you and not just looking at you, that is a very good sign. It means her body has already decided you are someone worth paying attention to. It means she feels safe. And safety is the foundation for everything else. Now, the second thing you want to watch for is how animated her face becomes when she is around you. Does her whole face wake up when you walk into the room? Does she smile more? Do her eyebrows lift when you say something? Does her expression change quickly and naturally as you talk? This is huge. When a woman is genuinely interested, her face becomes expressive in a way that she does not even control. It is like her emotions are connected directly to her facial muscles without a filter in between. She is not thinking about how to react. She is just reacting. And the reason this happens is because you have her full attention. Not the polite kind of attention where someone nods along while thinking about their grocery list. Real attention. The kind where everything else disappears and the only thing that exists in that moment is the conversation she is having with you. Think about the last time you were really excited about something. Maybe you were telling a story or watching a game or hearing good news. Your face lit up, right? You did not plan it. It just happened. That is what happens to her face when she is around someone she is drawn to. Her brain releases all these feel-good chemicals: dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin. And all of that floods her system and shows up on her face as energy and brightness and life. If her face looks flat or distracted or like she is just waiting for the conversation to end, that is a very different signal. That means her brain is somewhere else. But if she is leaning in, if her eyes are wide and focused, if she is smiling without even realizing it, that is her body telling you something her words might not say yet. Here's the third thing, and this one happens before you have even spoken to each other. You are in a coffee shop or a bookstore or just walking down the street. You notice her. And then you notice something else. She keeps looking at you. Not once, not twice, but multiple times. And every time she does, she looks away quickly, like she just got caught doing something she was not supposed to be doing. This is one of the oldest and most reliable signs in the book. When a woman is interested, her eyes will keep drifting back to you. She cannot help it. It is like a reflex. Her brain is trying to gather more information. It wants to see you again. It wants to figure out if you are looking back. So she glances over. And when you catch her, she looks away. But then a minute later, it happens again. That is not random. That is interest. Now let me tell you what it looks like when she is not interested so you do not confuse the two. If a woman is not feeling it, and you happen to make eye contact by accident, she will look away immediately and she will not look back. She might even do things to close herself off. Put in earbuds. Check her phone. Turn her body away. All of that is her way of saying she wants to be left alone. And you should absolutely respect that. But if she keeps looking back, if her body stays open, if she seems like she is making herself available to be approached, that is your moment. That is her giving you permission without saying a word. She is hoping you will notice. She is hoping you will come over. And all you have to do is be brave enough to take that step. So let me bring this all together for you because I know how hard it can be out there. I know what it is like to wonder if you still have what it takes. I know what it is like to feel invisible in a world that seems designed for younger people. I know what it is like to meet someone and have no idea if they are just being polite or if there is actually something there. But here is the truth. You do not have to guess anymore. You do not have to hope and wonder and talk yourself out of every opportunity because you are afraid of being wrong. You just have to pay attention. You have to watch her face. You have to notice the warmth in her eyes. You have to see how her expression changes when you are near. You have to catch her looking at you more than once. Those are not small things. Those are everything. Because when a woman does those things, she is telling you something true. She is saying without words that she sees you, that she feels something, that she is hoping you will do something about it. And when you see two or more of these signs happening at the same time, you can move forward with confidence. You do not need a perfect line. You do not need to be someone you are not. You just need to be warm and respectful and real. Walk over. Say hello. Tell her you noticed her and you would like to know her name. That is it. That is all it takes. Because the truth is, she has been hoping you would. One more thing before we finish. If you are someone who is genuinely serious about finding a real connection, not just passing time or playing around, but actually building something meaningful with someone, then I want you to know there are places designed exactly for that. There are communities now that were built specifically for men in your stage of life who are done with the games and ready for something honest. These are not the swipe apps where everyone is half present and half looking. These are spaces where people show up verified, real, and ready, where you can actually have a conversation face to face through video before you ever meet, where you are not just another profile in a sea of faces. If that sounds like something you have been looking for, it is worth exploring, because the right tools can make all the difference when you are ready to do this the right way. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed a woman doing any of these things and not realized what it meant until later? Have you ever missed a chance because you were not sure? Drop a comment and let me know. And if this helped you see things a little more clearly, do me a favor and share it with someone who might need to hear it too. We are all figuring this out together. And the more honest we can be with each other, the better we all get at this. Thank you for being here. I will see you in the next one.